Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, GG Sports here, bringing you guys my Week 5 NFL predictions. So to start things off, we had the Thursday night football game that already happened. It was the Buccaneers versus the Chicago Bears. The Bears were 3-1 heading to that game, and so were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I thought the Buccaneers were going to pull it off. I thought Tom Brady would pull it off, but they kind of choked at the end, and the Bears won the game. So I guess I got that one wrong to start off with. The next game, I already talked about this game in my Browns preview video. It's the Colts versus the Browns. This one's a really tough one to pick. Both teams are 3-1 heading to this game. Both have a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence. But you know what, my Browns, we got the home field advantage. I think the Colts missing their starting left tackle and their best linebacker, Leonard, is really going to hurt them. And I think our defense is going to be able to get a few turnovers to help our offense score enough points against a really good defense. And I think the Browns are going to win by like maybe 3 or 4 points, but I think it'll be a dub for the Browns again. Next game is the Panthers versus the Falcons. Falcons just disappoint week after week after week. I'm not going to pick the Falcons until they prove that they won't choke every game. So I'm picking the Panthers literally just based on that. And Bridgewater is not playing too bad as the Panthers quarterback now, so I'm going to pick Panthers. Next game is Raiders versus Chiefs. It's a pretty good game, I think. The Raiders are doing pretty good, but they're struggling a little bit. They're 2-2, but the Chiefs are undefeated. And the Kansas City Chiefs are, I think, still the best team in the NFL. So I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on this one. Next game is the Cardinals versus the Jets. The Jets are absolute trash. So I'm picking the Cardinals literally just based on that. Next game is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Steelers. Steelers are undefeated. They're 3-0 because they didn't play their game last week because the Tennessee Titans are stupid and they just keep getting COVID like all throughout their organization. So Steelers are still undefeated. They didn't play last week. The Eagles did get their first win last week against San Francisco, and I know that sounds really great, but San Francisco's got a bunch of injuries right now, so I'm still not too impressed with Philadelphia. So based on that, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh, even though I hate Pittsburgh. I got more faith in the Steelers and their defense more than Philly. Next game, Los Angeles Rams. I don't know why I said Philadelphia against Washington football team. Rams are playing pretty well. They're 3-1, and the only loss they have is against the Buffalo Bills, who I think is one of the top 3 teams in the league right now. And they almost beat the Buffalo Bills. Like they almost made a huge comeback, but they just fell short. And I think they're gonna beat Washington. I know that Washington is benching their quarterback Dwayne Haskins this week now. I think they're replacing him with Kyle Allen, I want to say. But anyway, I don't think it's gonna be enough. I think the Rams are the better team. Give me the Rams. Next game is the Bengals versus the Ravens. This one's pretty easy to pick. Ravens are, again, I think one of the top 3 teams in the league. They're favored by 12. And the Bengals did get their first win last week, though, with Joe Burrow. He got his first win with Cincinnati. But I think that Ravens offense is going to be way too much for Cincinnati's poor defense handle. So I'm picking the Ravens on this one. Next game is Jaguars versus the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are somehow 0-4. They just fired their head coach. I forget his name, but he kind of sucks, so they fired him. And therefore, I think they're going to get their first win against a pretty bad Jacksonville team at home. Next game is Dolphins versus 49ers. Usually this would be a really easy one to pick, but, San Fran's got all those injuries, and they're just not playing as well as they did last year. And Miami is not playing horrible. I know they're 1-3, but Ryan Fitzpatrick's actually playing pretty well quarterback from what I've seen. But I don't know. I think that 49ers defense will come up with the victory there for them, and I think they'll win the game. Next game is Giants and Cowboys. 2 bad teams right now. Giants are 0-4. Cowboys are 1-3. Cowboys are at home. And the Giants just suck so bad. I know the Cowboys defense is horrible, but like the Giants are just bad, like all over the place. Especially their offense, they can't do anything. So I'm going to give the Cowboys the victory, but I would laugh if the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys. I would just laugh so hard. Next game is the Minnesota Vikings versus the Seahawks. Minnesota got their first win last week, I believe, versus the Texans. And then the Seahawks are undefeated right now. They're playing pretty good football. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. They got a lot of power right now. They're playing really good. Their offense is just booming, and Minnesota, they're just not as good this year without Kevin Stefanski as their offensive coordinator. So I'm going with the Seahawks at home on this one. That's a Sunday night football game, by the way. Then we got a weird schedule for these last three games. We got two Monday night football games. One of them was moved from, I think, last week. And then we got a Tuesday night football game that was moved because of the Titans. So the first Monday night football game is the Broncos versus the Patriots. The Patriots are 2-2, but I believe Cam Newton's still out because he's got COVID. And then the Broncos are 1-3. They're okay. They're not that great. Even though Cam Newton's out, I still think the Patriots are going to win because they just got a really good defense still. And Bill Belichick is just one of the best coaches. I'm not going to pick against him, especially against Denver. Now, if it was like Browns, maybe not even the Browns, like, Chiefs, Ravens, somebody, Packers, I'd probably pick them, but it's the Broncos. I think they'll get the dub at home. And the next Monday Night Football game is the Chargers versus the Saints. Chargers aren't playing too bad, although they are 1-3. But the Saints are 2-2. But Saints are at home. I think the Saints are just overall the better team, and I'm picking the Saints on this one. And the last game is, I think, a good game. I think it's going to be one of the best games of the week. It's going to be the Buffalo Bills, who are undefeated, against the Tennessee Titans, who are undefeated. But the Tennessee Titans haven't played in a little while because all of a sudden, like, their whole team got COVID, it seemed like. So I think they lost a lot of momentum, a lot of energy right now. And Buffalo Bills just have all that energy and momentum right now. They're just playing really good football on both sides of the ball. And even though Buffalo's away, I think Buffalo's just got that confidence, and I think they're just a better team right now. I just love the way Buffalo's playing right now. So I'm gonna pick Buffalo Bills to win that game on Tuesday Night Football. And that is all the games this week. So I hope you guys like this prediction video. Let me know in the comments section down below which ones you agree with, which ones you don't agree with. I thought this week it was pretty easy to pick most of these games, unlike the past few weeks. So yeah, we'll see how I do. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.